Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. Today I am making a wedding card, and so here's some things I have ready. That wood grain, I pulled out two Stampin' Up sets, old ones that have wedding related stamps on them, and I end up using the stamp set called 1 in a Million. I'm using this 3D embossing folder, which is also from Stampin' Up, but I don't know what it's called. So there it is. I love the texture on that. And I decide to add a wax seal. I have a pretty heart. I don't know what you call the thing that you like push into the wax to make the seal. Anyway, I have a pretty heart one, so that's what I'm going to use. I melt some dark red gold wax to create the seal with. And I end up making 3 of them. The first one doesn't turn out real great. The second one's better, and the third one is just right because I ended up using a mold. I struggle to get the image in the center of the circle, and then it's off kilter, and that bothers me. So you can see there's one up there toward the top left. This is the second one, and it did go better, but it still wasn't right in the middle. I don't know how people do that. They just plop that thing down on there and it's absolutely perfect. And mine are just, they are certainly not. And I find that 3 or 3.5 of the little hexagon shaped wax pellet things, I don't know, are just about right. So there's that one. I don't know how long I let them sit. I just kind of get some more wax ready, do something else, give it a stir, wait a minute, and then it's ready. So then I decided I'm going to try this little thing that you pour the wax into the center, and that helps you place the handle to get the image right where I want it. There we go. And I just let that sit for a minute or two. And there we go. Comes off and it is just right. I'm not sure why my lighting seems off today. I have the same lights on as usual, and there's also some sunlight coming in, but it seems a little bit dark. So now I'm going to stamp the message, and I decided to go with aged mahogany. First I had done it in, I don't know, another color, and it would have been okay, but it wasn't quite right. So here's the aged mahogany, and there's my bright yellow stamping stuff I have. It's just fun foam I use for a stamping surface. Give this one a try on there. Yep, that's what I want. So I ink this up. This ink pad is not one of my newer ones, so it's a bit dry. That's why I keep inking over and over. And I hold it there a little longer than usual, and it turns out just right. So I punched that out, and I punched 3 of that same shape on scrap cardstock to give it a little bit of lift on the card. So I glued down the wood grain. That's a Simple Stories wood grain. When I am gluing down things that I've embossed like this, I try to add both dry and wet adhesive. And I know I want my ribbon to go underneath here. So by some miracle, I remembered that before I glued it down, and I didn't have to tear things apart. This is a really old Stampin' Up ribbon I've had in my stash for years. It's kind of a white ribbon with gold flecks in it, or cream colored ribbon with gold flecks. And there we go. When I tie the bow, it turns out pretty good. When I was making dozens of cards a month, I was really good at making bows that would lay pretty flat. I have lost that skill over time, but this one is all right, and it's not going in the mail. It will just go with her gift, hand delivered today, so it won't matter that it's a little bit bulky. So I get the bow on there, add the wax seal. I love these little adhesive circles that I have that came with my original wax seal kit. I'm almost out, so I'm going to have to look for more. But they are just the right size and they hold really well. So you'll see that here in just a moment. The still shots are coming up. I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for joining me for this video. I know it was a little bit different than usual. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get to make something crafty very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.